Yvonne Michel coming straight from the den every Monday. You're listening to episode 18. Don't feel ashamed to ask for help. You already know I'm bringing inspiration, advice, tips, and story times, a place where you can get good, honest content. If you're new, hey boo. Alrighty, you guys, happy Black History Month. Oh my gosh, I love this month so much. So many of my loved ones are born in this month. Of course, Valentine's Day. I just wanted to come today to talk to you about asking for help, especially in 2021. Let's be realistic, okay? Let's be realistic. We just came from the worst 2 years of our freaking lives, okay? 2019 was fucked up. It was all weird. It was stupid. And we walked into the beginning of 2020 like that's going to be our year. Going to be new year, new me. Like we're going to be a whole new person, getting shit done. And it just turned to a whole nother fucked up roller coaster, okay? And we ended up going through what was much worse than the year prior. So at this point in time, asking for help, don't be ashamed to don't feel ashamed to ask for help. Like at this point we need it because of course I want to say like all of this started when Trump became president. I'm sorry. I just want to say that. I really do believe it's because he became president because honestly, Obama was trying to fix whatever the 43rd president was doing. Okay? He was working his way to fix it. Of course, he wasn't able to do it all in his 2 terms, but he did as much as he can. And Trump reversed everything that he basically did. And that was he just made everything go downhill. On top of that, he's just a moneymaker. He wasn't good enough to make good decisions for a whole nation. It was just anyways, letting the past be the past. Now we have Biden in office, and honestly, with Camilla being his right-hand woman, okay, right-hand woman, let's just hope for better years, okay, for a better term. Let's hope for a good one. Maybe he can reverse what Trump did, and hopefully we just can get through this alive within a better economy and just having money flow in the direction it needs to flow, okay? Not backwards, but forward. So one of the biggest things we need this year is help. We overcame so much in the last 2 years. It was just like literal bullshit. Like I really just I don't comprehend why any of it was happening, honey, but it did. And we just have to go ahead, move forward. And one of these things, like I said, I want to bring to you today is asking for help. So a lot of the time we don't ask for help because it makes us feel vulnerable. We don't want to become a burden or seem needy. Or maybe you're just afraid of rejection in general. My personal favorite, not really, it's not my favorite. It's just something that I definitely most likely feel ashamed of asking for help is because I really don't want anyone to hold anything over my shoulders. And I'm not saying all the time, but most of the time I get people who let's give an example, like my mother, okay? So I have 2 mothers. I have my biological one and then I have my stepmother. So I'm talking about my biological one, okay? She's lived in a different state for me for all of my life. And she's more of a on the phone kind of mother. Like she likes to talk to me and nurture me and I guess raise me over the phone. If you have any of those, I'm sorry for you too. But anyway, so my mother, for example, I have a nice story. Okay, for example, I had like a couple years ago, I had this large Sprint bill because I had missed the payment and what Sprint liked to do before it became T-Mobile, okay? Damn, I feel old. My kids are gonna be like, what is Sprint? And I'll be like, oh my God, I'm old. Okay, anyway, so Let me go back. Bring it back, boo. Bring it back. So my mother paid a Sprint bill for me because when I missed a payment, and Sprint, what it did was, okay, if you miss, for example, if you miss January's payment, February is coming up, we're gonna put February and January together as one payment. So that ended up being like around a $700 bill, and I could only put down as much as I could, so I would always end up only putting down January, but I'd never pay for February, so then February would mix up with March, and it was repetitive. So my mother paid that bill for me. And because I think she had asked me like, what do you want for Christmas or something like that, and I told her I don't want nothing for Christmas, I just want to pay a bill. And she was like, okay, I'll pay this for you. So now even to this day, then I'm not saying it was a couple years ago, even to this day, she'll bring it like, oh, you remember when I paid that $700 bill for you? You can't just do this little thing for me. And it's not that I can't, like, for example, if she's asking me, she's very picky, you guys. So if she asks me to like go online and look up a dress for her, I've done that before. I have no problem doing it. But if I tell her, okay, Mom, I can't do it today, but I could probably do it on Friday. Why can't you do it for me right now? I paid that bill for you, and I did this and I did that. Mom, like, this is why I don't ask you for nothing. Because you're holding it over my shoulder. This is why I don't like to. And that's exactly what I hate. There's a couple people, come on now, you know those people in your life that is like that. And I personally do not like that, because it's like, yes, I'm appreciative. I thank you so many times. I'm not using you. Like, I'm here for you. You know, whenever you need me. It's just not in that very second. I couldn't help you because I was doing whatever I was doing during that time. So it's just, I hate that trait in her, because it's like, yes, you helped me, but you don't have to continuously remind me. I know I'm not forgetful. I know that you did that for me. I will never forget it. It was a $700 bill. Why would I forget that? Who else would do that for me? You know what I mean? So anyways, you know, it's just, oh gosh. Just to explain, asking for help, it really just shows that you have strength and you have confidence in yourself. And me being a giver, I want to do something where somebody don't even ask me for it. Like, I want to give it to them before they ask me. That's the kind of person I am. But whenever you do ask somebody for help, that's okay. You're just confident. You're showing that you have strength and teamwork, and you just maybe even a bigger person. You know, you don't want to keep going around, say for example at work, and you know, act like you're a know-it-all, because then nobody's going to want to help you, or they're going to think that you know something and you really don't, and they're going to come to you and ask you for help, and then you may just end up in a deeper hole than you needed to be in the beginning. So just keep your strength and your confidence. If you don't know something, ask, you know. And I know doing things on your own is easier in your mind, but asking for help is normal, and it literally makes everything easier when it comes to having just a little extra hand on the side, you know? It don't matter if it's with your children, it could be with bills, it could be advice, traveling, like if you're going on a road trip, you know, driving the whole way on your own is hard, or moving, like if you're moving from a house to I was about to say a house to a home. If you're moving from an apartment to a house, you know, paperwork, building, if you're looking for something, or holidays, parties, etc. Like, it doesn't matter. Like, just having that extra hand, even with money, it's always helpful, and it just makes things so much easier for you to just live as a human. Now, of course, if you are asked and that person was unable to help you, or you weren't able to get any help from anyone, from time to time again, you know, for example, it could be like you have an ex baby mother or baby father, you know, you're asking, hey, can you take a little RJ? Can you take little Junior just for a couple hours? I need to do this and that, and they're not willing to help you. Or another example could be if you're speaking to a teacher or to your manager at work, and you're asking them for help on this and that, and they're not willing to help you, then at that point, you know, as a last resort, the best thing to do is to go to the higher the higher person. For the baby mother or baby father, I guess, talk to their parents. And if their parents can't do nothing, then go to the government. Like I said, this is the last resort, but if it turns into that, then it does. Or if it's for your teacher or for your manager, go to their boss, go to HR, speak to someone who will listen to your concerns and will help you later on. You guys, I got this new tea. I'm just gonna stop real quick because I need to sip on this tea. I got this new tea from Yogi. I like black tea, but I'm trying. It looks like a black tea to me, honestly, but it's definitely, I mean, it might be. I don't know. I think Yogi makes more like green teas. This one says, oh, and Yogi is a usually caffeine-free tea, but this one that I have particular is caffeine. And it's for positive energy. I think it said tangerine or orange or something like that. And I don't usually drink teas like that, but this one is so good. And it has caffeine in it, like I said. I don't know if you can tell in my voice. But it's really, really good. I put a little bit of honey in it. Organic honey. And it's so good. Oh my gosh. I don't really like fruity teas like that. I'm sorry, I just had to do a side note because I really need to sip on it and I wanted to let you guys know. Like, if this shit gives me energy, I will drink it every day before I go to work because that's what the fuck I need before I go to work. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Okay, sorry. Whoop, bringing it back. So, if the boss, if your manager or your teacher cannot handle their shit, can't handle your concerns, just not on top of it, go to the next higher up because obviously they're not doing what they need to be doing and their literal job is to manage you, to look over you, to help you. And if they can't do that, then go to the next higher up. That's just, and then like I said, that's asking a question. Don't feel ashamed to do that. It's not like you're getting anyone in trouble. You need to have your concerns met. So do what you gotta do. So for example, if you ask a question to anyone or a favor of anyone, it does not make you look like you are incompetent. It shows that you are, and I'm gonna say this again, that you are confident and you show strength. Even like I said before, in teamwork at work, if you don't know something and another team member is able to help you to know what you didn't know before, you guys are coming as a team and you're learning. They want strength in numbers. You know, jobs, they want everyone to succeed. They want their store or their particular department to be the best department. And if every single person is on the same level, sharing the same information, of course they want that one person, you know, to succeed. But they want everyone on that team to succeed. They want everybody to be doing great so that that whole department can be doing great and everyone succeeding. They love the show of teamwork. So feel good that you were asking a question because you don't know something, because once they tell you how to do it and do it in the correct way or the right fashion, then you will have no other choice but to succeed as long as you're getting the correct information, you know. So I just want to tell you right now, go ahead and like, comment, and share to your loved ones. Anything that you're taking from this so far, I mean, we're going to keep going. I just want to let you know that. Go ahead and let me know at the bottom. I love you. All right, so we all need help during these times. The 45th president, who was almost impeached for the second time, okay, by the way, for the second time, okay. Anyways, the 45th president caused several issues. Did I not say this before? That President Obama tried to clean up after the 43rd president. The virus, okay? It took loved ones, jobs, homes, cars, food, and surprisingly, it increased rental rates, okay? It increased the home buying process, which is not good. It increased car buying process, and it also increased debt, okay? It took vacation plans away. It ruined bodies. Okay, when I mean like my body, I got bigger. And it also sculpted some. Okay, some of y'all was on your game. I wish I was on y'all game. But I wasn't. Okay. That's okay. I'm working on it now. So, asking for help, like half of the USA has been doing, like asking for unemployment, asking for food stamps, the stimulus checks. It's not a bad thing, you guys. It's not a bad thing. Don't feel ashamed to ask for those things because you need it, because you need food on your table, because you need a place to stay and not be homeless and be on the street or be in one of the homeless shelters. Okay, so don't be afraid to ask for help, no matter what it is, no matter who you're talking to. Just have confidence doing it, and make sure that you're asking the right questions or asking it in the correct way. It made things easier to get through this tough times that we are all experiencing just by asking those simple questions of, or filling out those very complicated paperwork for unemployment, but filling them out it's just the hard part. Other than that, once you fill out what you need to fill out, it's gonna be there for you. They're gonna definitely put you through some loopholes, but honey, it's gonna be there for you, and you shouldn't be afraid. So don't be afraid to ask for help. We are all human, and we all need support, no matter what the situation is. Like I said, if you're at work, if you're at home, if you're talking to a loved one, a family member, if you're talking to a friend, your relationship, it doesn't matter. There's 3 ways to ask for help. 1, don't be shy. What I've been saying this whole podcast, show confidence. Sometimes you wanna offer service. So I guess what, quid pro quo? Did I even say that right? Quid pro quo? Okay, I can't say it, but you know what I mean. So if you're asking someone to pick up some milk before you get home, I don't know, that was really simple. But if you ask them to pick up milk before you get home, you're like, okay, well, if you pick that up, then I will make you macaroni. Just offering service for their service. That sometimes is really, beneficial depending on who you're speaking with. And also you want to be specific of what you're asking, because you don't want to jump through loops and they're not understanding what you're asking and then they're just automatically saying no. You want to, like I said, for the unemployment, you want to fill it out correctly, so that if you fill it out correctly, that you won't have no mistakes, and then they will understand, okay, this person is asking for unemployment benefits. They need it because they were as specific as they were, and we can give it to them because everything was clear and understandable. When should you ask for help? 1, when you are motherfucking tired. Okay, if you tired, you feel like butter on toast, and you just feel like you cannot get out of bed, or you just can't lift the finger anymore, ask for help. No, for real, ask for help. When you physically cannot do it, what if you broke your ankle or something like that, you physically can't do it, ask for help. Ask someone to drive you around if they can. Just, you don't know until you ask. Okay. 3, when you're financially in debt, or you just cannot support yourself, that goes again for unemployment, food stamps, or anything like that. Or maybe you just don't have money to buy the Pampers for your baby, and you can just ask somebody if they can do that for you. Like I said, you do not know until you ask. And 4, lastly, when you become depressed or you start pushing everyone away, ask for help. Ask someone to just sit there with you or hug you or whatever you need to just get you out of that depressional wave and get up and become more active and more positive, and just get out the slumps. Just get out those slumps. Asking for help can also remove those toxic relationships that really and just help you to really surround yourself with good people that just generally make you feel good. If you're continuously asking baby mama, baby father, and they're not helping you, remove them as much as you can out your life. They don't need to be a part of your romantic life anymore. They can just be a part of baby's life, and that's it. So remove them out your life as much as you can, no matter who it is, no matter what they do. As far as positive, if they're a negative outweighs the positive, then you really need to reevaluate that relationship that you have with that person. Now, you could be in a factor where you're asking for too much help, and you're becoming dependent on other people, and sometimes that's when you don't notice that you're feeling like a burden. And I just want to say, if somebody's telling you no constantly, just sit back and take a look and just really do you think you can do whatever you're asking on your own? If you really cannot, go back to those 4 when should you ask for help. If you're tired, and I'm not saying you just woke up and you're really sleepy, no. Tired meaning you just worked a triple shift back to back to back, and you really just, you need to rest your eyes tired, okay? When you physically cannot do it, there's a broken bone on your body, maybe you have a disability, a physical disability or a mental disability, and you just physically cannot do it, when you're financially unstable at the moment, or when you're depressed. If you don't have any of those four, then just learn how to do whatever you're asking for independently. And I want to let you know that it's okay. It's okay to do things independently, but it's also, this podcast is for you just not being ashamed of asking for help, especially in 2021. Like, at this point in time, if you're not asking for help, I need to reach out to you and just help you. Like I said, I'm a person that I like to do things for people before they ask for it. I don't know why, like, but that's just something that I truly like to do. And I just want, let me sip my tea, y'all. I really think just being independent is perfectly fine. Asking for help is perfectly fine. We're all human. That's something that we like to do. It's something, not like to do, that's something that is normal to do. That's what I meant to say. And it's okay. It's okay to ask for help. Don't feel ashamed. On that note, thanks for listening to episode 18. Comment down below your reaction to today's episode. I love you, boo. Later, boo.